Now we'll discuss the topic, that is behavior of conductors in electrostatic field. Okay. So this topic is also known as electrostatics of conductors. So there are 6 properties that we are going to discuss. So remember, these are very important. So these properties are to be understood before we proceed to the subsequent topics. That is, when we get into capacitors, we need to have a clarity of what properties are exhibited by conductors. So before we get into the properties, let's recollect some basics about a conductor. So what do conductors contain? So conductors contain mobile charge carriers. So here in your lower grades you would have learned that conductors allow electricity to flow through them, that is the charges to flow through them. So the charges, the main charges which are flowing within the conductor are what are called as the charge carriers. They are called mobile charge carriers because they flow. We know that in a metallic conductors, these charge carriers are nothing but electrons. You would have learned this also. So inside a conductor, generally conductors are made up of metals, so metals have free electrons. So these free electrons have the tendency to move within the conductor when we apply some potential difference. So that's why these charge carriers are also called as, these charge carriers are called electrons. So in metals, what happens is the valence electrons can easily part away from their atoms and are free to move. That's why we call them as free electrons, right? So these electrons are free to move within the metal, but they cannot leave the metal. If suppose you look at this conductor that we have drawn, so the electrons are free to move within the conductor, but they cannot come out of the conductor. So whatever is happening, they will undergo all the collision process within the conductor, so they cannot escape from the conductor. So inside the conductor, these free electrons collide with each other and randomly move in different directions. That's what happens. So have this point in your mind. So this is a very important point for the next chapter. So generally, when you don't connect any potential source, what happens is these electrons will collide with each other and they will have a random motion. For example, they will not, the electrons motion is not aligned in a particular direction. So they can move in any random direction. That's what is given. Next. Now keeping all these factors, if suppose to this conductor, you apply an electric field in the sense you place this conductor in the presence of an external electric field. Now what will happen is these electrons tend to drift. Drift means they get aligned in a particular direction. As of now, have this word in your mind. In the next chapter there will be a clarity of it. So they get drifted against the direction of the electric field, because the electric field is going to be, let's say you have connected or you have placed the conductor in external electric field such that the left hand side is positive, right hand side is negative. We know that the electric field is always from higher to lower potential. That is, electric field is from the positive to the negative charge or negative terminal. So in the presence of electric field, what will happen to the electrons is they experience a force of value E into E. We know that F is equal to Q into E. Here the charge of the electron is E and the external electric field is E. So they experience a force in the direction opposite to electric field only because of their negative charge, right? So they drift against the direction of the field. That's what is given. Now based on all these basic points in our mind, let's discuss how the conductors. So here the conductors we are going to discuss are only metallic solid conductors. We are not concerned about any other phase. So you are only concerned about metallic solid conductors behavior in the presence of electric field. So in that, the first point is inside a conductor the electrostatic field is 0. That is, when you place a conductor in external electric field, if you try to measure the total electric field that is present inside a conductor, it is 0. This is a very, very important point. There are many questions which are asked based on this concept. They will ask you indirectly, but the answer to all those questions will be only one term, that is the inside a conductor electrostatic field is 0. Now let's try to understand how it is possible. Let's see the explanation of it. Now what we'll do is consider a block ABCD placed in the external electric field. This block ABCD is what is the conductor. So this conductor is placed in an external electric field. External electric field, let's say it is produced due to two parallel plates, where one parallel plate is given a positive charge and the other is given a negative charge. Now remember, inside the conductor there are free electrons, right? Now when you place this external electric field, how is the direction of electric field going to be? Electric field is from the positive to the negative charge. So the electric field is going to be like this. So inside also the electric field will be like this. So let's call this external electric field as E naught. So let this be E naught. Now under the influence of external electric field, the free electrons inside the conductor tend to experience a force in the opposite direction. The electrons experience a force of E naught in the direction opposite to the electric field. They experience a force of E into E naught in the direction opposite to the electric field E naught. Now what will happen? So due to this force, what do you think will happen? Now this force will tend to put all the electrons. So all the electrons slowly start experiencing the same amount of force. But in which direction are they experiencing? They are experiencing in the leftward direction. So due to this, what will happen is all the electrons get drifted and they get accumulated at the negative end, at the left end. That is at the point, at the end DC, they get accumulated, so that here you can observe at the end AB, we can say that there are deficiency of electrons, due to which it gets a positive charge. So what has happened is, in the previous case, the electrons were scattered throughout. But now what has happened, due to the external electric field, there is an aligned pattern that is getting, so there is an aligned pattern according to which the electrons are placing themselves across the end CD. So if this is happening, there is a small potential difference that is created, because at AB there is only positive charge, at CD there is only negative charge, in between it is going to be hollow. Now due to the positive charge at the end AB and the negative charge at the end CD, there will be an induced electric field which is getting generated in the opposite direction. Okay, remember, these kind of charges, the negative charges that are accumulated at the ends of the conductor, are called as induced charges. So the reason why we call induced charges, because without any physical contact, we have tried to create a charge on a particular side of a conductor. That's why we call it as induced charge. Similarly, the positive is also called induced charge. So the electric field which is getting generated due to the induced charge is what is called as induced electric field. So there are two electric fields here, induced electric field due to the induced charges, and E naught is the external electric field. So have this in your mind. Now what will happen is, if you try to measure the total electric field, now this kind of a process keeps repeating, there will be one particular instance where if you try to measure the net electric field, that is E naught minus EI, this value will be equal to 0. Okay, so when this is attained, we can say that the net electric field inside a conductor is 0. So this kind of a property is what is exhibited by a conductor. Okay, so when this kind of a scenario is achieved, where the external electric field becomes equal to the induced electric field, during that scenario the conductor is said to be under a condition known as electrostatic equilibrium. So it's called as electrostatic equilibrium, and remember this, the property that is exhibited only by conductors. So we call it as electrostatic equilibrium, which means the net electric field inside a conductor is 0. And also remember, this is a quick process. This happens very fast. This is a quick process.